Going on to you, Sagittarius. So for you, Sagittarius, you have the Three of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and you have the Unalive card. You're gonna have to forgive the noise, right? This is a developing city, right? I'm living in New York City. It's still developing. So anyway, so you, Sagittarius, have deemed that somebody's betrayal of you is not worth it, essentially. Just be able to make things a little bit more quiet. But anyway, somebody's betrayal of you is not worth it. It's not worth you actually taking anyone back that would betray you, that would act like your feelings and taking you into consideration is not really important. So a lot of you Sagittarius have come to the conclusion that who you're changing into is someone that you actually need to be, because if other people want to act like they're being hard with you, hard to deal with, difficult, they're insulting, they're disrespectful, they're this, they're that, they're whatever, I'm seeing how a lot of you Sagittarius will just leave them alone. And that's truly, this is what I'm trying to say, right, with the Unalive card. That's humbling. See, a lot of you, I don't know if you Sagittarius know this or not, I don't know, but a lot of you may or may not, right, be underestimating the power of your own choice. And truth be told, especially if you really aren't playing the game, like a lot of people who are not playing the game really don't understand the power in this thing, right? They really don't be understanding the power in this thing, because what a lot of people who don't be playing the game don't understand is that when you decide to leave a person alone, that's one more person that could have been used as a resource that's taken off the table. Because all it is that those dysfunctional people can ultimately do is look to use people. So it's like, it's a situation where it's like, when you Sagittarius leave, it really is a culture shock. It really is a culture shock at the end of the day, because now it's like, oh, you know, you Sagittarius actually did something that was really for you, that was for your benefit, to where if a person wants to really act like they don't know you and they acting brand new, and a lot of people do that. A lot of people come to you like this, right? And I'm seeing a lot of you Sagittarius are like, yo, if they act like that with me, I'm gonna not rock with them. You ain't gotta talk to them. And why that's so important is because of the King of Pentacles. Their ego, the King of Pentacles in this tarot deck is a very overly confident king. It speaks to a person who is an individual who very much so likes to think that they're smarter than everybody else, as opposed to that actually being the case, right? So it speaks to, this represents the people that you have met recently, that, you know, you tried to speak to, that acted this very same way with you and acted like, you know, you Sagittarius needed to get to know them. You needed to, you know, you didn't have a choice in it. And of course you did. Of course you do. Why would you Sagittarius decide to hang out with somebody who is going to be a pain? You don't have to hang out with them. It's called freedom of association. And see, this is why I talk about finances, right? But spirituality has to come first, of course. It's because when you have the finances to kind of pick and choose where it is that you want to live, maybe not to a great degree, but maybe to a certain extent, it's like, you gotta hang around these dysfunctional people. If the environment is too difficult for you, you can literally pick up and go somebody else. Go somewhere else. You know, that's another person's mistake, to delude themselves into thinking that they're so important, that they're somehow the cornerstone of someone else's life. That is such stupid thinking. Everyone everyone is immediately replaceable. So what makes a person not replaceable is when they actually bring value to the table. Them just stepping in and thinking to themselves that, oh, you Sagittarius are immediately replaceable. Yeah, well, so are they, you know? And the thing is that the Seven of Swords, I'm sitting like this to really pay attention to what's going on around me, because there's so much craziness going on around me. But as far as construction workers outside, my family here, my cat down there and everything, wanting love and all of that. So just, making sure what's going on, and just, making sure everything is good as I'm doing this reading. You know, a lion, or well, in this case, a jaguar has to understand their surroundings, right? But anyway, the Seven of Swords is about how a lot of you, you see how useless that is. Because the Seven of Swords speaks to the level of futility, understanding that, trying to convince dysfunctional people to not have such an inflated sense of self and worth is useless, right? While you, Sagittarius, build your self-worth, those individuals are merely preoccupied with trying to get other people to be fooled into their worth that they proclaim or they profess or they act like they have. When you, Sagittarius, you know the difference. So they approached you completely wrong. You, Sagittarius, tried to talk to them. They acted like they were a jerk, right? They acted like they were a jerk. They didn't want to contact you back. It was hard to interact with them. A lot of it was very over the top. That's another thing too that overly emotional people do too. It's very extra. It's very over the top. It's again, it's very extra. It's really not necessary. It's something that is like, it's so over the top. It's like, why even do that type of stuff in the first place? So anyway, the Seven of Wands now and the Ace of Pentacles right here. It speaks to how a lot of you, Sagittarius, you understand your self-worth, and it's rubbing a lot of people the wrong way. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it and lie to you. It's rubbing some people the wrong way, because you never were supposed to understand your value. See, valuable people are not supposed to have self-worth. They're supposed to give their worth to other people. They're supposed to lend, and by proxy give their worth to other people. And what I mean by that is, it was intended that people who have value is supposed to assign other people all of this value, and that a person who really has little value to offer, because they want to be a parasite, the way that a lot of the world is set up is, they're supposed to somehow convince you that you, Sagittarius, are not worth anything, while at the same time giving up your worth, right? Which makes no sense. This is what I mean when I say that the mentality is subpar, right? Because you're supposed to give your worth, while at the same time not quite understand what you have. That you, Sagittarius' smile is different. You know what I mean? Your beauty is different. A lot of Sagittarius be looking good, and I've talked to a couple of Sagittarius about that, absolutely. And I told them straight to their face what I thought it was. Like, yeah, a lot of Sagittarius be looking good. I'm not gonna pedestalize you, but a lot of Sagittarius be looking good. Dry bones, right? Like, I'm not gonna like, it's corny. It's corny and lame to when you when you choosing up on the person's so fine, and then when you don't, then when the person is like no and shuts you down, oh well, you wasn't anything anyway. It's like, nah, yes, nah, yes they were. Yes, they were. That's why your goofy behind was over there in the first place. Come on, yo, just be real. Yes, they were. So I've told them that, right? And again, that's the worth. That's the forking over, or the giving the worth is what I'm talking about. Transference of worth transference, right? You're giving it over to somebody else who doesn't really bring anything to you like that. And if they do bring something, it's so little what they bring to you. It's not only that too, but have you Sagittarius noticed that parasitic people usually start off giving, and then somewhere along the lines it's like they taper off and they stop giving after a while? The reason for that is because they can't give to you. This Sagittarius, Queen of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, they can't give to you. You're rubbing a lot of people the wrong way because they can't give to you. You know why they can't? I know some of y'all go and be in the comment sections why they can't, right? Or watching the video, why can't they? Tell us. The reason why it is that they're not going to be able to is because they can't. You know, dysfunctional people who, it's like the reparations thing. Are you crazy? First and foremost, when it comes to reparations, and I'm just using that as an example, first and foremost, us melanated folks, we need a nationality. Going by these misnomers, that's not nationalities. Moorish American is a nationality that is guaranteed. But being just melanated without a nationality, talking about you want reparations, it's not gonna give it to you. And not only that too, but it would bankrupt the whole world. Same concept when it comes to giving and giving and giving, and you have all this value that you're transferring over to a parasitic person. They give so much and then they taper off from giving, and then they stop completely giving because they can't keep up with you. They can't give what you can give. You giving constantly, and while at the same time they're telling you you're garbage what you're doing. While at the same time they're not upstanding enough to refuse it, to say no, I'm not going to accept what you keep giving because you've given so much. I want to participate in the giving now a little bit. I want to give something to you now. I want to exchange worth to you. I want to feel good about giving something and actually contributing something myself. No, they don't feel that bad. What do? Yeah, accept it. But then, and so because you understand your own, your wealth, not just financially, right, but spiritually, the joy that you bring into other people's lives. Because a lot of you Sagittarius, if your mind and your heart is in the correct place, y'all are very loyal people. A lot of you are very solid individuals. If your mind and your heart is in the right place. If your mind and your heart ain't in the right place, y'all gonna go running like track stars. But come on now. Y'all know that I do not hold back. I don't care what zodiac sign y'all talk about. I don't care about how many big views y'all gonna give me or y'all don't. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth because it's something that you need to hear, not what you wanna hear. I don't care about that. So the Knight of Cups is about how, it's a lot of people having to cope for interacting with you and not being able to get you to transfer your wealth to them, your time, your attention, your financial resources, your intellectual property, all of that, right? Which is your ideas and all of that. So the Page of Cups and the Hierophant is about, no, you Sagittarius, y'all are not putting up with that anymore. You know, they're looking at you like you're delusional, but they're actually the one that's delusional. They're projecting that. This is some of the discussions that may come up too. A lot of you Sagittarius may find that a lot of people are starting to get a little bit more aggressive very soon, as you are getting to know them, right? Like it's only what, a week, maybe 2 weeks, and it's like they're giving you a problem now. Now they're talking about how, you know, y'all are stuck up and all this. You can't hang around a person like that, because those people, again, let me tell you, they've got real issues. You know what I'm saying? I've had that before. You know, I'm on the phone with somebody and they, oh, you're so wishy-washy and all of this other type of stuff, and it's bothering me, because it's like they on some stupid stuff. Oh, you're so wishy. I was just like, look, I got other things to do, and I just hung up on them. I'm just like, you doing it to yourself. You wonder, see, this is what I'm talking about. You act like I can't even call, bear with me, right? Because I understand what you Sagittarius are going through, right? This is what I'm talking about with these ingrates, right? They act like, I can't even call them wild animals. They act like they don't have any sense. They can't control themselves. They have no self-control. Every time something or someone, whether it's an animal, whether it's a, you know what I'm saying, or whether it's another person interacts with them long enough, they can't help themselves but to be dysfunctional. They act like they go crazy after a while. They have no self-control. And then they want to be confused now, quote unquote, when people don't want to be around them. It's like, why is it? Because the other person, because the last person who tried to talk to you, what did you do? Well, I don't remember. If I got to say it, it's going to make you sound worse. Say it. I don't want to say it. Okay, well, I'll say it. Last time that somebody tried to hang out with you, you remember what happened, such and such? You went ahead, you projected all the nonsense on them. They were trying to talk to you like a regular human being, just on the cool, and you kept projecting nonsense and you were being annoying like an idiot, and you kept doing that every time the person talked to you, being annoying. So why is your stupid self confused as to why people don't want to be around you? What you need is a whole lot of leave alone, because you, again, every person that tries to talk to you, you run them off. Why are we acting like we don't understand this? And they get on like they're confused. I don't understand. You don't know, say, I don't understand. I don't understand, because you're psychotic. You obviously have mental problems. How could you, how Sagittarius, how could they say no to that? No, I don't really. So why do they run people off? And you Sagittarius, this is the point that I'm trying to make. You Sagittarius, you're beginning to see everything that I told you, Sagittarius, that y'all would see the more intelligent y'all become. There is a lot of people out here with a serious problem that they are 2 tacos short of a combo meal. Let's clarify the Page of Cups. Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Two of Wands, Temperance, and you have the Queen of Cups. All right, okay. All right, okay, that's my cat down there. All right. So, Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups is about how You see it. Because we're clarifying the judgment. We see it. You see it. And that's why you're not rolling around in the mud with pigs. It's because you see it. The Two of Wands is you see the craziness. You see it for what it is. The Temperance, which is Sagittarius, right? You showed up here. And the Queen of Cups is about you see it so well enough. You see it so blatantly to the point where you Sagittarius don't want to be caught with something with people who get on like that. Y'all are getting to know people. Some others, 2, 3, 4, 5, how many umpteen people y'all are dating, trying to find who's a good match for you. And you realizing that some of these people, you only know them for about a week, two weeks, maybe even 3 weeks. They wilding out like they going crazy. Now they're talking trash about you, like, oh, you're a weirdo, you're a bum, all this other type of stuff. That's the reason why you're a weirdo. And the reason why is because of X, Y, and Z. And they're getting more disrespectful. And you Sagittarius are like, I ain't got to respond to this. And you don't have to respond to it.